Yo. 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 So, today. Gonna be a fire stream. Where should we, like, on what should we react? On what should we react? Yo, Finn Werber was good. Echo. Wait, hold on, let me... Okay, so, what video is a good video? Videos. I've seen all of these. Oh, we were gonna watch this. Yeah, this is fire. Okay, this is an ad. I'm sorry, chat.
What's going on, guys? We actually have a drama video today, and this video that we're watching
Is that loud enough?
is kind of going viral, and it's Mojang is now banning all Minecraft Anarchy servers. Now, if you don't know what an Anarchy server is, it's basically a Minecraft server that has no rules, and they just start up the server. It's a regular Minecraft world, and anyone can build anything, anyone can write anything they want in the chat, and no one gets banned. And apparently Minecraft is now cracking down on that.
Yeah, this is good. Alright.
And a lot of people are upset. Servers like 2B2T and a couple other servers are actually...
No, not 2B2T, chat. Hell no.
at chance of getting banned. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what's going on with Mojang.
The end of Minecraft Anarchy servers
Whoa!
is now...
2B2T can't connect. Can you connect right now? Hold on a second.
This guy yaps way too much. Do you need a regear on Toxis or something on board? Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's still up now. I wonder why his video started with this.
officially upon us as declared by Mojang themselves. Recently, 2B2T, the biggest, oldest, and most famous Anarchy server there is, has been implementing a series of rules and changes preventing even the most trivial of behavior. And not only that, but the server's admins have been caught physically world editing and removing the builds of protesting players. 2B2T is imploding.
Wow.
At the same time, another smaller Anarchy server was completely blacklisted by Mojang out of the blue with no warning.
Purity Vanilla! This is where vanilla PvP or crystal PvP became popular, bro. All the...
I have no clue what server that is, but it's sad, I guess.
old players came from Purity.
However, this server was almost completely
sure.
killed by Mojang enforcement, and the amount of trials and tribulations they had to go through to get unblacklisted is the final nail
They
in
blacklisted it? Is Purity Vanilla gone now? It's been up for years.
Improving
That's where Marlo started playing Crystal PvP.
just how broken Minecraft server reporting and
Chat, so you said that's where Marlo started Crystal PvP. Well, did y'all know Marlo is cheating? You'll need to make me a sugar with your inventory and algorithm. Oh, well, not right now. Marlo is cheating. Did y'all know that? Kinda wild.
blacklisting system is. Comply or die is the new conundrum Minecraft Anarchy servers are facing, and many might not make it out of the other side. Today's video is going to be a long one. Let's begin. So hold up, what's even happened? Well, it all started back in November last year, where you may remember that Minecraft's oldest server, Minecraft Online, was threatened by Mojang enforcement with a blacklisting. I made a video going into detail about it here, but all you need to know is that Mojang were not happy with the server's freedom of expression policies, whereby they did not have any rules surrounding chat content besides spam, meaning you could say almost anything you wanted, and players were encouraged to personally ignore or mute parties they didn't want to see chat content of. Regardless of what you think about that system, Minecraft Online had been running fine with it since the server began all the way back in 2010, and it was now only after 15 years where they were finally forced to implement.
Minecraft Mojang is selling, bro. Why are we blacklisting the oldest server on Minecraft, bro? You're ruining your own game. Like, okay.
Chat rules. At the end of that video, I mentioned that I wouldn't be surprised at all if the same would soon happen to other servers with no chat rules, such as 2b2t, and lo and behold, about a month later in December, players of 2b2t began noticing that things were changing. The first thing players noticed was that the server's terms page on their website now had a section which said, "Do not create builds, structures, or any other content relating to harmful ideas, hateful symbols, or hateful speech."
So I honestly was playing 2b2t recently, and I just said on my stream, I doubt the owner of 2b2t listened to me, but I said, like, I honestly feel like 2b2t should be moderated. Like, signs, you shouldn't be able to type crazy stuff on signs, and you shouldn't be able to, like, do all this crazy stuff.
I don't know about Dr. Donut. I'm going out. I don't really like Dr. Donut. Oh, okay. I know 2b2t is like the popularist anarchy server, I feel like, and that's its sign. Like, that's how you know it's 2b2t, because it's anarchy. And if it changes a lot from now, it's just gonna die anyways, because no one is gonna play it anymore, because it's just gonna be a normal server, like, for example, speed vanilla or something like that.
I don't know, I feel like most people would rather play a server that isn't just, like, extremely racist or extremely hateful.
Okay, that is what I do agree on. Like, of course, you don't want to every second see the N-word in the chat, but yeah, what he said, like, for that, I don't think I agree on that, but let's just watch.
But I mean, that is what the server was known for, a server that has no rules. So maybe,
yeah, exactly, that's what it's known for, for the no rules. So yeah, I guess he kind of agrees with me. I kind of agree with him.
Maybe that's just completely wrong. I wonder if they're blocking these hate symbols or all the racist texts. I wonder if they're blocking it because Mojang is telling them to, or I mean because Minecraft is telling them to, or because they're just deciding to do it themselves. I have a feeling it's because they're deciding to do it themselves.
Furthermore, there was now a section on how to send.
But I might be wrong.
I think it's because Mojang or Minecraft, like, said to change it.
On a player, something that 2b2t seemingly has never had before.
Whoa, sending reports on players is kind of crazy. They have to, like, hire somebody to constantly, like, look through these tickets and ban people.
Now, 2b2t
That's actually
had
crazy.
for the longest time as one of its founding principles been
I got a question. Everybody in the chat, do you guys think that 2b2t should have moderation?
No, definitely not.
Or do you think it should stay, like, 18 plus craziness?
No rules. A server where you could essentially do anything provided you weren't crashing the server and not be banned. In fact, the website, even to date, still mentions that. So, seeing these new rules,
y'all think it should? Okay, most people are saying they want no moderation.
Founding principle began to concern players a lot. Players quickly began noticing these changes in game. You could no longer write any swear words or even mildly inappropriate words on signs. The game chat now had a hidden shadow ban-like filter, whereby if you typed a select,
yeah, we have that on Donut SMP too.
See them, and not anybody else on the server. Even anvils didn't allow you to rename items to offensive.
Yo, swear word warning.
Words anymore. Some of these chat restrictions were even more restrictive than what you would find on a
Nah, that's, like, not fun anymore.
typical SMP, and this was happening on 2b2t of all places, the anarchy server where it's all supposed to be fair game.
Like,
Players began
it changed
to
too
complain about
much.
the addition of these new rules on the 2b2t subreddit, of which many posts were removed or censored, and soon enough posts began appearing on the 2b2t uncensored alternative subreddit, all of which listing out the various ways 2b2t now censored player behavior and content. And it wasn't only the chat either. The server administrators began world editing out offensive builds and content. Apparently even map arts were being removed.
Yeah,
Map arts? Hold on.
expensive builds and content. Apparently even map arts were being
Yeah, map arts. Are we deadass? Map arts? You can't make like anime girl map arts or something like that? Nah.
Yeah,
players
I
will-
feel like you have to do that. I feel like you have to get rid of these map arts, because some of the map arts that people make are insane.
things that would never get you muted before, and players were also banned from buying priority queue and more. So what the hell was going on? This is meant to be 2B2T.
Yo,
and
dear my
our
editor, can you blur out every single bad word, even if it's just like a slight curse word, every single one that you can find?
Anarchy server, and they are censoring the most mundane of swear words and filtering chat. Even your typical SMP isn't this strict. How can this still be the face of Minecraft anarchy? Well, the situation became much clearer on December the 19th, where a post was made to the 2B2T website mentioning there had been adjustments to the rules on the terms page.
Whoa. There has been some adjustments to the terms page. The terms are to ensure that 2B2T provides a fun and safe environment for all players and comply with the official guidelines from Mojang, Microsoft, Xbox community standards, Minecraft community usage guidelines. Why
Whoa.
do they have to appeal to the Xbox community standards? That's really weird.
Xbox, that's because Xbox is like from Xbox Game Bar, and because a lot of players play Minecraft on Xbox,
Because
and it's always like Xbox is always with PC, so I feel like that is pretty fair.
Xbox players can't play on 2B2T. That's very, very weird. Is 2B2T going to add Bedrock players? Or is 2B2T going to become a Bedrock featured server? Is that why they're doing this? If that's why, that would 100% make sense, and they have to block every single possible swear word. I think if 2B2T were to just decide themselves that they wanted to moderate the server, or if the Java enforcement team was to go to 2B2T and to say, you need to moderate your server, I don't think they would say, you need to block every single possible swear word that there is.
I don't
have
think
a
so
feeling
too.
that they're going to partner with Bedrock. 2B2T has Bedrock support. Oh, it already did. Oh, Bedrock's already able to join. Okay, I didn't even know
Yeah, I don't know
that.
what the
Okay, so
fuck this
Bedrock can
guy's
join.
yapping, but of
I
course.
still feel like, if Bedrock can join, does that mean you have to appeal to those standards? I feel like that's pretty crazy that I don't even know that. I mean, we already moderate pretty well anyways, but I feel like they might be on the Bedrock featured server list or something soon. Maybe that makes me think that
Oh my goodness, this guy is so stupid, bro. Yeah, someone said in his chat, keep yapping, yeah, keep yapping, bro.
that's a possibility.
Made to comply with official guidelines from Mojang and Microsoft, of which they had received an official notice from. But first, do you want to learn to make Minecraft mods or plugins?
Sponsor, we gotta skip it.
Basically, what they are saying is that Mojang Enforcement had reached out to 2B2T and mentioned that their current no chat or content moderation system was no longer okay, and they needed to begin moderating it and removing offensive content, essentially the same as what happened to Minecraft Online only a month prior. That's also why you can now report players by emailing 2B2T support. I can almost guarantee you that's one of the things Mojang Enforcement were not happy about 2B2T not having. Realistically, 2B2T has no option here. If they don't comply, they get blacklisted and lose almost all their players in revenue, likely leading to the server's ultimate closure. But
Like,
if they
then
do
it's not an
comply,
anarchy
they
server?
lose the fundamental
I feel like they don't even
aspects of
need
Minecraft anarchy,
to be
of
an
which
anarchy
has been
server.
present on
They do! What the fuck are you saying they don't need to be? Of course they do. That's their whole thing, what makes it 2B2T.
its inception 15 years ago. Can you really
To be
call
big.
2B2T an anarchy server?
They can
when
do
you
whatever
can't
they want.
type swear words on signs or in the game chat, and builds deemed too offensive get world edited out? But hold on, let's take a step back. Why now of all times is 2B2T making these changes or being forced to do so? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but there are a few theories we can discuss. First of all, not long
Yo, why
prior
is my
to the
entire chat
changes,
saying
also
Brazil?
in December, for the first time in 2B2T history, Bedrock compatibility was implemented, meaning like many other Minecraft servers, Bedrock players could now connect and play. Why was 2B2T allowing Bedrock players to join? Well, this connects to our second theory, which is to do with the server's potential decline in popularity and falling revenue from priority queue. If we look at
Falling revenue, bro. I don't think they're falling at all. Their player count has been like right now, their player count is just as high as it used to be.
2b2t.vc, a 2b2t API that collects data on the server, we can see some useful statistics. The purple line here is the player count of the server, not the queue, just the actual 2b2t Anarchy game mode, and as you can see a bit over a week ago, the player count sharply dropped, seeming to imply that the maximum number of players allowed online 2b2t at the same time was lowered. The orange line here represents the number of players online the server which have priority queue, with the blue line representing the number of players online who don't. Essentially, what this graph seems to indicate is that the server's max player count was lowered, meaning that getting into the server as a non-priority queue
That's
player
weird.
became
Why would they
even
do that?
more time-consuming and difficult, resulting in priority queue becoming a much more
2 days. That is so long. Holy, that's long.
necessary purchase. Both the changes to the server's max player count, combined with the addition of Bedrock support, seem to imply that the server's administrators are trying to appeal to a wider set of players to grow the server, and are also trying to get more to purchase priority queue.
I don't know how lowering the player count makes them appeal to a broader audience.
Which could be why they are tightening the server's rules to aid that growth. Additionally, maybe Mojang Enforcement just reached out to 2b2t after receiving some reports from players, or decided to continue enforcing similar no-rule servers like Minecraft Online, which is what led to these changes. Regardless, 2b2t has clearly been contacted by Mojang Enforcement and asked to make changes, that is for certain. And players are not happy about that whatsoever. A group of players, part of the 11th incursion, has been actively protesting the censorship and changes which has taken place on 2b2t, going out of their way to create highly offensive content and builds like swastikas and more. This group of players is also upset with the changes to the server's queue and player count, as
I would join that group, to be honest.
lots of discussion about quitting the queue and player and more. This group of players is also upset with the changes to the server's queue and player count, as well as the addition of Bedrock support, and there's been lots of discussion about quitting the server and finding alternatives on the 2b2t Uncensored subreddit as well. In response, the server's admins have been world editing offensive content out from spawn repeatedly, something which essentially never happened before, with some players having their priority queue removed or even being banned from purchasing it. It's quite the drama, and player sentiment is not great at all currently.
Bart is ondernemer en wil een professionele...
Add chat, I'm sorry.
Here's where things get more interesting though, as Mojang Enforcement may actually be in the right here. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, by the way. We are almost at 900k subs, and these videos toxicity and shady time. No pressure, of course. Anyways, 2b2t is infamous for its toxicity and shady behavior, and there is some seriously harmful stuff that goes on behind the scenes. As provided to me by some of the 11th Incursion members, there is some highly concerning and harmful behavior that 2b2t unfortunately attracts. One example is the recent case regarding Greggy's Cult, an online group of adults who conducted seriously harmful exploitative behavior targeted at children through Discord, of which were all recently arrested.
Not the kids, come on bro. Not the kids.
Are awaiting charges. This group of players, while not being centered around 2b2t, supposedly played it and were active on the server. And there's lots of similar cases and instances of harmful behavior like this taking place too, which we do not have nearly enough time to get into in this video. On a server where there's no rules or proper moderation, especially one which now may have a larger child player base due to the recent addition of Bedrock support, there is some very valid...
There were only 2 Bedrock players online. I don't really think they're doing this because of Bedrock support.
Safety, and Mojang Enforcement are right to want to moderate that and prevent it. But the key issue here is not whether Mojang should enforce and moderate 2b2t, but the way in which they, alongside the 2b2t admins, have gone about doing so. As I showcased at the beginning of the video, there is now a chat filter preventing specific words from being publicly displayed. However, look how easily that filter can be bypassed. Not to mention that actual harmful behavior isn't going to be stopped by a mere chat and sign filter. Realistically, how does world editing out offensive builds on the server prevent malicious players from getting unknowing younger players into private discords and potentially exploiting them? The point here is that the ways in which 2b2t is now moderating and censoring the server under Mojang Enforcement's requests are so lackluster and easily circumvented that they might as well not exist at all.
I agree, yeah. I mean, they probably are just starting to add the moderation. They'll probably just add more and more and more as they see all the bypasses.
Don't do anything.
I mean, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, probably.
happens to every server. It's really hard to know every single bypass when you create a moderation system like
To
that.
actually prevent the harmful serious activity from occurring, they just mildly inconvenience everyday players. And to be fair, it's a tough situation, as you have to look at it from both sides. Realistically, on a supposed anarchy server, especially one as popular and famous as 2b2t, how would you even go about preventing such behavior? If such harmful behavior has the ability to exist, should anarchy servers even be able to run at all? It's a complex problem. This case is super interesting because based on much of the harmful behavior that goes on behind the scenes of 2b2t, Mojang enforcement is certainly justified in acting and enforcing, yet even in such a case they have faltered, as the methods in which they have enforced on 2b2t are so lackluster and easily circumvented that they don't help solve the harmful situation at hand whatsoever.
That's probably true. Maybe it helps a little bit.
While the enforcement to 2b2t may be justified in reason, the next situation we will be discussing involving another similar anarchy server simply is not, and almost led to the server's demise. Truly
Also, I didn't even know that this server was anarchy. I didn't know this had like toxic chat and all that. I just thought it was. Well, you're not allowed to hack on this server.
Mojang server enforcement is. This is a server called Purity Vanilla, a server which has been running since 2019 with over 200,000 unique player joins. The server is vanilla anarchy, meaning they are similar to 2b2t in regards to their lack of rules and guidelines, but are also different in that they don't allow players to use hacks or other advantageous game modifications. That's the vanilla anarchy part. The server is entirely non-pay
That's more fun. I like that more. Without cheats.
to win, and as the server
Because some people are just rich as hell and then they just buy the best coins and then you're cooked.
owner told me upon reaching out through email, was not a very lucrative endeavor financially, ultimately relying on the generosity of donors who just get a few cosmetics in exchange for their support. Anywho, the situation began on December 26 last year, where out of the blue, Purity Vanilla's main IP was officially blocked, the server was completely blacklisted, preventing players from joining. On the same
Apparently,
day,
it's back up now.
An appeal through Mojang's official server appeal forum. A day later, on the 27th, the owner also opened a separate support ticket through Mojang's traditional Minecraft support forum. On the 28th, the support ticket was answered, which we can see here. The owner pretty much got a default response from Mojang support, just mentioning that to submit a server appeal, he needed to go through the proper appeal form, which he had already done. Furthermore, support mentioned that the more specific he was with why the server was blocked, as well as the changes he had made, would help speed up the appeal process. And this is where the problems begin. The owner of Purity Vanilla had no clue why the server was blocked. They didn't receive any prior warning, email, or messages about why. He was completely in the dark.
What? Nah, he probably did get some sort of email. Like, whatever email
He had to, bro. He had to.
was on his website, he probably got an email to that email. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because that's what happens. Whenever your server gets blocked, you get like a week to like fix whatever issue there is.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no way it just got instantly deleted unless they changed it. I mean, I haven't gotten an email from Microsoft about something like that in a super long time.
On the 30th, the owner followed up on the support ticket, mentioning these issues, to which he received a pretty much non-response, mentioning he just had to wait and the ticket was then closed by Mojang support. So here's the situation. It's now been 4 days. Purity Vanilla is still blocked, with the owner being completely in the dark on what to do. Mojang support has been entirely unhelpful, and he has received no word on his appeal from Mojang enforcement. So the owner decided to wait a few days and hope for the best. On the 3rd of January, he sent another email, this time directly to Mojang enforcement, restating many of the issues. They responded 3 days later on the 6th, once again telling him to submit an appeal through the official form, of which, mind you, he had already done almost 2 weeks ago. The same day, he opened another support ticket, going into much more detail on his server being blocked. It was also around this time that the owner received notification that his server had supposedly been mass reported by a group of banned players who had also been conducting ongoing DDoS attacks against the server. A similar situation to
Yo, W Sprixie, what's good? Do you know what DDoS is? I'm gonna search it up. I think so. What is DDoS? Attack. Distributed denial of service. Ah, okay.
Minecraft Online. It should also be mentioned that
the problem is that he doesn't know where the email is that Mojang sent him, like the warning email, like your server's about to get blocked. That was the problem. I don't know if like he doesn't have an email on his website for support, or if, or I don't know what happened.
The server could use an
but I'm pretty sure you can just respond to that email and say, "Yo, it's fixed by the way," and they'll just be like, "Okay, good," and then it's fixed instantly. I don't know I don't know why he didn't get that email.
To bypass the blacklist, the server was suffering in terms of player count as no new players were able to join. The server was essentially being slowly drained and killed, whilst Mojang support and enforcement continued giving the same auto-generated responses. A day later, on the 7th of Jan, support would respond to the email with the same auto-generated response again, requesting Purity Vanilla's owner to submit an appeal through the official form, which he had already done essentially 2 weeks ago with no response. On the same date, this owner submitted a second appeal through the official form and also reached out to me through email, hoping some publicity would help get his server unblocked, realizing that he was repeatedly hitting his head into a brick wall that was slowly but steadily killing his server. On the 13th of January,
Minecraft has to hire, or Microsoft has to hire more people to look at those, because like you never ever get an actual real person to respond. It's always AI, always.
after now being blacklisted for 3 weeks after hearing absolutely nothing from his appeal, the server owner requested an update through another email sent to enforcement. And please remember, he still has not been told what the server has done wrong and has no idea what he needs to do to comply. 3 weeks being blocked with absolutely zero proper contact from Mojang enforcement, despite 2 proper appeals submitted. Every server owner's nightmare situation. The server owner then decided to try contacting
This is so messed up. Like, it is so messed up.
enforcement through one of their known Discord accounts that same day, and only after that message was sent did he finally get a response to a
Finally.
second server appeal. According to Mojang enforcement, Mojang received reports regarding the server triggering a manual review. They came across the following items which are not compliant. Let's take a look. Federated harms, whatever the hell that means, including hate speech, discrimination, unwanted sexual attention or solicitation, cyberstalking,
Okay,
cyber
yeah, maybe
abuse, and
2B2T
cyberbullying were all behaviors
Maybe
Mojang
2B2T
mentioned
did
was
get this
not allowed.
same email.
They also added that they received reports involving the server containing builds of swastikas. Essentially, it's the same story as 2B2T. Mojang has put the foot down and declared an end to Minecraft anarchy. Servers are not allowed to have offensive builds and no chat rules anymore. In typical Mojang enforcement fashion, no specific examples or logs of any offending behavior was provided, nor was the fact that the server was completely blocked with no explanation 3 weeks ago addressed either. 2 days later,
So yeah,
after
there's probably
implementing
never gonna be
changes
another
to the
Anarchy server again.
Purity Vanilla's owner
If
would
this is-
follow
if
up
this is
with a
how it's gonna
detailed
stay.
email outlining all the changes. 1 day later, on the 16th, Purity Vanilla's other older IP, which veteran players were using to continue playing, was also blocked out of the blue, killing the server's player count even
Honestly,
more. On the
I
20th,
feel like I honestly don't care at all that there are no longer Anarchy servers. Like, I feel like who wants there to be that toxicity and who wants there to be that super unsafe behavior? Like, I feel like that's horrible.
It's fun to rage bait kids. I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah.
I don't really get why people are mad. I think it's just kids who think it's cool to like swear. Maybe you can be kind of annoyed by the swearing because it deletes your message.
5 days
But other
after
than that, like I don't understand what.
Arendis. Hello, bro. Are you here? Yeah, I am. I'm not muted, am I? No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, no, I am here. You just sent it like
Why
a second
you
ago.
want it to be so crazy?
server owner responded
Because if kids can join the server, that's just unsafe for them. I mean, I guess if you don't care about what kids.
No, but it's fun to rage bait kids. I don't know what he's talking about. How's it going with Rewind? I'm not gonna say anything about that, okay? I'll just announce when it's almost done, when it's open. But I've not worked a lot, like, at Rewind. You gave up? No. But, holy shit, I'm tired. I'll make an announcement when it's done. Almost. Like when the release date is public. Yeah.
What kids do. Maybe you're just too young.
changes, Mojang enforcement would finally respond with some useful information, mentioning that once the server felt it was compliant, they should submit another appeal, of which the server owner did the same day. A day later, on the 21st, enforcement would respond to the third server appeal the server owner had submitted, mentioning that the server was now in the process of being unblocked. And later
Nice.
Plan on the 18 plus map arts on your server, they're already getting removed.
blocked, essentially a month, Purity Vanilla was finally
If you ever saw one, then it probably has gotten deleted.
To
We're
summarize, it
constantly
took
trying to
3
improve it.
server appeals, 2 support tickets, 2 additional emails to Mojang Enforcement, and 1 message to a user on Discord, of which without being informed by other players the server owner would never have known about, to get Purity
Like, bro, this is way too much. Like, 2 tickets should be enough, but
Vanilla unblocked after an entire month. In fact, without the message through Discord, of which is not the proper process Mojang Enforcement tells blacklisted servers to appeal through, the server would likely still be blocked today. This is not at all what a functioning server report and enforcement system
Yeah, that's
looks
crazy.
like.
To have
This is how
to have your server go down for a month without being able to put it back up is kind of crazy.
a Minecraft server is killed
the server's probably dead right now. Probably is.
through sheer corporate incompetence. Purity Vanilla managed to survive and bounce back as the server is well established with an active player base spanning back many years, and we can see the
Nice.
player count almost doubling as soon as the server was unblocked. But imagine if this was a smaller, newer, less established server. What the hell would they even do? Completely blocked out of the blue with no rhyme or reason, I doubt they would be able to make it out in a timely manner. This is utterly pathetic from Mojang Enforcement and is simply
I agree.
unacceptable. A server of 7 years almost completely killed by their incompetence. Now there's still one big question to address here. Why did Mojang Enforcement initially block the server without saying a single word to the server owner? Well, as a server owner myself, I can tell you with 99% confidence, the reason that Purity Vanilla got blocked without warning was because they did not have a contact email listed on their
That's what I've
main
been
website.
saying.
Yeah, that is true. Dr. Donut was, in fact, saying it. Dr. Coconut. Oh fuck, the sound is blocked.
Oh,
Required by
yeah.
Hold on, chat. Maybe. Never mind.
That's low-key their fault.
They did, however, have it on their store. One additional click
Wait, they had it on their store though. Wait, what? That's all you needed on? No.
away. Now, to be fair,
What servers do you play now? Not Donut. I don't know what I play now, man. You're from C.
Purity Vanilla
Cactus.
is somewhat
Oh.
wrong here, but you can't seriously tell me Mojang Enforcement couldn't do one additional
Yeah,
thing
that-
to
okay,
get
that's
the
bad.
email and inform
Facts.
Purity Vanilla of why their server was blocked. Not to mention, they have an active account on Discord. That's how Purity Vanilla ended up getting unblocked after all. And this account is known to join Discords and nuke them when they contain IP infringing content. So why the hell could it not just have joined Purity Vanilla's Discord and contacted the server owner through there? And even
I don't know if Mojang should have done that.
if they didn't notify Purity Vanilla on their blacklisting, why did it take almost 3 weeks for them to respond to the server owner's emails, only responding after the owner went through unofficial means? That's simply an unacceptable turnaround period, and we know they weren't out of office or anything because they emailed my server on New Year's Day regarding my illegal game mode I set up. I really can't stress how from a server owner's
I kinda
point
wanna
of
see
view,
this
how
video.
unacceptable and scary this is. But anywho, if you want more info, check out the blog post the owner of Purity Vanilla made, which I've linked below, and give their server some support. They've earned it after everything they've gone through.
You love.
Another ad.
So okay,
So,
what we
can
learned.
we take away from this video? Well, first of all, Minecraft Anarchy is officially dead.
Yes.
While servers like 2b2t will continue to exist, I don't think they can really be called Anarchy anymore with
No.
the rules Mojang Enforcement forces them to adopt. They are now just another one of the many survival servers that exist. And for the remaining Anarchy servers out there, I'd say count your days until Mojang comes after you too. The second thing we can take away is that now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, we know Mojang server reporting and
Should I make an anarchy server? Just buy a server, don't do anything, and just bam, open it first day I bought it. I could do it, I guess. But I mean, like, do I want to get in contact with Mojang for that? If we get like 40 players or peak even, we will probably receive an email. But let's just watch further.
the blacklisting system is beyond broken. The past 1 to 2 months, I have demonstrated that blatantly guidelines violating servers like Cosmic Sky do not face any punishment after being reported. Enforcement is so slow to act that I could get away with
They need to add more in-game stuff. Like, why is Mojang having to go to somebody's website and then email about issues with the Minecraft server? Like, they need to. I don't know what Roblox has, but I guarantee you, I'm assuming there's no way Roblox does that same thing.
hilariously blatant of
I really feel like
game mode.
they should just put a lot of effort into making multiplayer really good, because I feel like that's a huge part of games nowadays, where it didn't used to be. But with Roblox and I guess Fortnite, I feel like they should. Roblox is worse. Oh, is Roblox bad about that too? Is it?
And now
I don't know.
also
They should have all this stuff in game though.
seeing that even
100%.
once a server is black,
I
Minecraft
think
should
so
have
too.
like so much control with it. Like, even if Minecraft, well, I don't know about this, but if Minecraft gave good deals, like even the server hosting could be in like owned by Minecraft too. So that way, making servers is a lot easier.
getting unblacklisted.
There should be multiplayer on Java, bro. There should be like you should be able to play Minecraft with your friend without having to pay for a server or without having to set it up super complicated in a super complicated way on your own computer.
is a quest across Middle-earth of its own. Every single facet of the system is broken, slow, and unprofessional. Furthermore, one additional thing we've learned is that even in situations where enforcement can be justified, as is the case with 2BTC,
A server discovery system would be so good, it would be amazing.
That any actual harms they
Yeah.
can prevent aren't prevented whatsoever. But for now, that is ultimately the conclusion to this saga. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, bro, I like the Mr. Epic. He always makes videos on topics that I actually care about. W, bro. What's going on?
Nice. Okay. Did y'all like it? Did y'all like it, chat? Alright, I'm gonna restart the stream in a moment. So I'm just restart the stream, and I'm gonna stream Europe and see so my average is better than this, because I got a 2.1 average. Yeah.